159 to 155 over Scott Alexander. He hasn't won since 1988 when he won the Tournament of Champions in Akron, Ohio. If he wins this match, he's in the title match. Wow.
It's very interesting what's going on out there. You can see the look of disbelief on Mark's face. He can't believe the ball hooked that much on that lane. That's the lane that was the tightest. It's one, in other words, it's had the most oil and the least amount of hooking action for the players up to this point. And all of a sudden the ball just took off. Here's a chance for him to line up. He almost picked up his spare ball to shoot the spare. Instead, he's going to try this ball, another ball that he can use to strike with, and see if he can find a way to get the ball in the pocket area. Look out.
Oh, that was almost an experiment that he wished he hadn't done. Of course, he was practicing on the 510.
Right, yeah, right. Sure he was. Here's another look at that shot. What a great angle this is. The pin camera down there. That's why they put paint on him, Mike, right there.
Well, I thought the breeze got it myself. But.
All right, here he is. First look at Ricky Ward.
Looked pretty good, too.
Looks real good. Ricky, as we mentioned, was leading the tournament last night going into the last game. And here's a look at his style. This great free arm swing, four-step approach. Very high in the backswing, generates a lot of ball speed. He's very strong from the waist up. And he uses that upper body strength to bring the ball through and create the rotation he needs to get the ball back to the pocket with all that ball speed.
Good balance there at the line, too. Trying for a quick double. Leaves the 3-pin.
Oh, the way the right-handers are struggling, even Mark Williams is struggling, and he's won 2 matches, but the last one he bowled 179 to win. This could be an opportunity for the left-hander maybe to win this tournament if the right side has gotten to the point where it's tough to play. So let's see what happens here. If Ricky Ward can make a couple of good shots, he might pull it out.
If the right side?
Well, you know, I've got to look at the lanes are going through a transition. That's the way I look at it. The oil's moving around. The players are trying to find where it's going, what the adjustments should be. If they find it, the oil settles down a little bit. The talent these guys have, they can throw a lot of strikes in. Here, Mark Williams is completely confused. He has no idea what's going on out there.
Just like Scott Alexander had no idea in the last game.
Here again, Mark Williams playing between the 3rd and 4th arrow. The ball gets out almost to the 5 board.
What you say, there's oil out there.
And that's the out-of-bounds area. Has no chance to get that back. It seems like the middle of the lane is hooking more than they would expect. The outside of the lane has more oil than they would expect. And that creates a situation where you just can't get the ball in the pocket area.
And the pin light just went off on lane 16. That's a dark lane down there. We've got a...
Well, we had a pin down, and so he's resetting that pin on the spot there. The mechanic right on the ball.
The 1, 2, 4, 8.
Wants to cross this ball on the left side of the head pin. Let the ball go right on down the line.
Perfect. So, Mark Williams filling the frames, but his brain's working at 1,000 miles an hour to figure out, how do I play these lanes?
Well, it's kind of an interesting situation here. You can't get much deeper on the lane surface. In other words, you can't go much more left because it just runs out of approach. Maybe throwing the ball over the left-hand channel if he gets much farther left. So he's trying to find a way to get the ball, force it down the lane, but he just can't get it to get down there all the way on the left-hand lane now.
Well, maybe he just stays with that Brooklyn there.
Well, that's not a very reliable shot, is it, Mike?
Does he change hand positions and try and go straighter?
I think he has to get deeper somehow and create more ball speed. Last night he was standing in front of the ball return on the right-hand lane and playing quite well. Let's see what kind of ball reaction Ricky Ward gets. He's playing right around the 3rd arrow on the left side.
Nice reaction there.
All right. I got to believe he's excited. He said, all right, there. He's ready.
As we heard him say, all right, we inform you that Ricky is wearing a microphone, so we can sneak in here and listen to what he says to himself. Like a fighter there. He was Rocky there.
There you go. I mentioned last night Ricky was leading the tournament going into the last round, the position round. He bowled Brian Goebel for the tournament lead. Brian Goebel beat him 255 to 213, and that's why Ricky is second today. Brian Goebel, the tournament leader, just seems to beat up those left-handers.
And it's NC2A Basketball Championship Week. We have the noon on Saturday. It's a Transamerica Athlete Conference Championship, followed by the Big South Conference Championship at 2 o'clock and 11 p.m. Then, if you haven't had enough, you get more. It's 3:30 Tulane versus Memphis. Again, the Ohio Valley Conference Championship at 7:30, followed by Utah versus BYU at 9:30. A basketball junkie day. And a Brooklyn day for Mark Williams.
Well, this has to be kind of disheartening for Ricky, who's out there trying very hard to make good shots. Mark Williams completely confused, but still getting 3 in a row. Brooklyn on the left lane, strike on the right, back for the Brooklyn on the left. Ricky Ward, to me, looks like he's the guy that's going to be hard to beat. He's got a good shot to the pocket, he's making good shots, and he's bowling with confidence.
Has to hurry. Leaves the 3-pin. So he falls behind in the match.
One of the few guys that didn't get a strike, they got a spare he can make for a change bowling against Mark Williams.
At the 3-pin. No trouble, has it. Last night he lost in the championship match. We talked to him if he recovered and he was ready for tonight.
Well, my answer is going to be I'm looking for something positive out of this. I believe there's a reason for everything, and if I get past this first match, I think I'll be lined up, and Brian's got to come off of practicing and bowling one game on the pair, and it might be the edge I need to win.
Nice reaction there as he snaps a 7-pin right out. Ricky Ward looking tough. Halfway through our semifinal match. Mark Williams leads by 7, but it's a shaky 7. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this.